All right, guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to cover the graduated filter tool, which is found in the tool strip. Now, with this tool, we can make gradual adjustments over a large area in our images. And so let's select the tool, and we can do that by either clicking on its icon in the tool strip, or if you'll notice as I hover above it, the name appears with M in parentheses after. We can hit the letter M on the keyboard and have that appear for us. So you'll notice that its tool drawer opens up and gives us options of how we can fill the graduated filter tool with effects that we want to put onto our image. And so if you'll notice the effects that we have to choose from, it looks very much like the basic panel. And so keep that in mind, that this allows us to do all of the things that we can do in the basic panel, but to a select or to a local part of the image, just to one part. If you remember, the basic panel is a global tool, which means every part of your image is affected when you use it, whereas these tools up here in the tool strip will only affect a small portion, or the portion that you choose with your image. And the next three tools that we're going to talk about, which are the graduated filter tool, the radial filter tool, and the adjustment brush, all three of these tools will have this tool drawer that you see here, and will allow us to apply some of those basic panel effects over small portions of the image or areas that we choose. So we have a little more of that fine-tuned control than we do have in the basic panel. Now, I am using Lightroom CC, which is the latest version of Lightroom, and so if you are not using Lightroom CC or Lightroom 6. If you're Lightroom 5 or before, then you will not have a whites and a blacks slider, nor will you have the dehaze slider. And so we'll learn what dehaze is in a video coming up later, as well as we'll learn what sharpness and those sliders below sharpness are. So we're not going to really cover those right now. So let's start using this tool, and if you're not already on image 51, which is this couple snuggling on the mountains, then go ahead and get there. And let's look at the effects that we have selected for our tool. And because we're just beginning, I want to zero them all out. So I will click on the word effect. And you'll notice if I click on the word or the name of the tool drawer, it will zero out everything. Whereas if I just click on the name of each individual slider, it will just zero out that specific slider. So that's a great hint or way to quickly get your all of your sliders back to zero. And so what I want to do is just darken this area over here with the trees and such. And so let's take our exposure slider and let's drop it all the way to minus 3.0. Or they're close. Let's go, there's 2.99. Now, you'll notice nothing's happened to my image. And if we were to do this down in the basic panel, of course, my image would drop. The entire image would drop in brightness. But because I have not brought out a graduated filter, all I've done is chosen what the graduated filter is going to do. So let me click over here. And I can click about right here. I don't want to click where I want to end up. I want to click about in the middle, because what happens is when I click and drag, I spread that gradation out so that my end point of where the gradation begins to gradiate is right